Hey everyone, Mark here, YouTube's most DTF guy. Down to film. What were you thinking, you sick McNasties? Anyways guys, today we're gonna talk about my GH5 rig, what I use to shoot B-roll and kind of my run and gun setup. Intro time. To begin, I'm gonna explain everything I have here on the table and then I'll start building my rig and explaining everything. Also, I am not sponsored by any of these products, I just like to use them because they're freaking awesome. To begin, we have a top handle. I can't remember the brand. We have a Tilta 7-pin Limo cord to a Lanc, L-A-N-C, I don't know how to pronounce it. We have a Tilta wooden handle with a record button. We have a small rig cage for the GH5 with a top handle and a little small rig bendy thing. We have a Panasonic GH5, my beast. We have two lenses here, which are my favorite. They're just here to look cool. We're looking at a Leica Nocticron 42.5mm 1.2. And this one is a Sigma 16mm 1.4. And then we have a small HD focus monitor right here. And we just have a connecting it's a micro HDMI to a full HDMI adapter. And then there I just have a very skinny HDMI cord. The first thing I do is I take my GH5 here and I just put it in my cage. For those of you who don't know what a cage is, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's a cage for a camera. With the cage, you're able to build it out, put accessories on it and things like that, and it protects your camera. With my specific cage right now, I do have some extra attachments. I have a small rig hot shoe mount right here, and then I just have my Tilta wooden handle attachment here to help connect everything. So I can just screw in my Tilta wooden handle. To attach a small rig cage to the GH5, it's pretty simple. There's like a little screw at the bottom here, and you just screw it into the bottom of the GH5. And there we go. We have the GH5 locked up to the small rig. Next thing I'm going to do is to put my Tilta wooden handle on it. So this Tilta wooden handle is pretty awesome because it has a record button on the top. So when I'm using it, I can just hit this with my thumb and it records, and it's pretty useful. So to put it on, it just has like a little like screw thing here, and you just put in the hole, screw it in. I like to put my wooden handle at a slight diagonal. I find that it's a lot more comfortable, just like naturally to hold it like this. So there you go, got the wooden handle on it. As you can see, it's starting to come together. Next thing I do is I take the 7-pin Limo cord. I just take it, plug it in at the bottom, wrap it around once so the wire's not dangling around, and then I just plug it into my GH5. So after I attach that wire, it looks like this. And now the record button works with my GH5. Next, let's put a lens on it. I'll just use my Leica right here. Boom. So this rig is already starting to come together and it looks pretty cool. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could just use it like this. What's nice about the GH5 is we got the flippy screen. And if I wanted to, I could just record like this. But we're gonna add one extra thing that I think is really nice to have. It's a external monitor. Now there's a lot of brands that you can get. I find that the small HD focus is great because you can apply LUTs to it, it's touchscreen, and I just find that the color out of it is really nice. So what I do next is I attach it to this part up here on my small rig, and you just screw it in. I find myself using a smaller battery for this monitor. It's just to reduce some weight. The monitor takes a micro HDMI cord, so you want to plug that guy in. The wire that comes with it is pretty thin from the micro HDMI to the full HDMI adapter. And one thing that I've noticed is I used to use like a bulkier full HDMI cord, and I found it to be really cumbersome. So I was able to find this super thin full HDMI wire, and it's really nice because it's short and it's just super thin. So what I do is I take it and I wrap it around the top handle here like this. What's nice about the GH5 is that it has a full HDMI output as opposed to some other cameras that use a micro HDMI. You can see here that my rig is pretty much set up. This is what I typically use to shoot B-roll and again, run and gun projects. Now I have the option of putting a mic on the side here with a small rig hot shoe attachment. Typically I would put a mic on there depending on the situation. If I need natural sounds, then yes, I would put a mic there. I either put my Rode Micro or my Rode Video Mic NTG. So the last thing that I add to my GH5 rig is this top handle, and it just slides right here into the back of this top handle, as you can see. So the reasoning behind that is so when I shoot, I can press this against my chest, which really helps to steady my shots. Now again, it looks kind of silly and funny, but you would be surprised how much it really helps. So I just boom, put it right there on my ginormous pec, and then I just shoot like this. And this is pretty much my rig that I use for my projects. If I'm running around, I find it really nice. So guys, that is it for my GH5 rig. Now my final thoughts on it, I love it. It's nice and compact and it's perfect for what I do. I got the wooden handle on the right here. I can press the record button. And again, I press this against my chest to get a little more steady with my shots. I can look down and see exactly what I'm shooting here. And then I just pull focus with my left hand. And this is exactly how I shoot. So guys, thanks for watching. I had a blast making this video, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. I will answer them. And remember, be DTF. Can I get a cheeseburger sub?